Hi guys, it's Ben again from Nerf Mods for Dummies, and today we're going to be looking at the Fire Strike. Fire Strike is one of the original yellow lines, the N Strike, not the Elite lines. It's been re-released as the Fire Strike, much smaller handle though. I prefer the grip of this one. It's come out in a few colours. This is yellow, there's blue, orange and white. Alright, so I'll start unscrewing it. It's deprimed, as you can tell straight away. First up, remove the battery tray, so it has one of those little spotlight things on it. That out, battery's out, and start unscrewing. These are really good and they're a good platform for doing modifications. We're today just using the straight spring replacement as normal, but yeah, they are. You can do so much more with them. I've seen 25 kilo springs put into these with longer barrel extensions and longer plunger tube, and they absolutely hurt when you get hit by them. They go very hard and high, quicker than most long shots when they're done right. It's a 25 kilo spring, new plunger tube, really long draw on them. But yep, today we're going to look at putting the 7 kilo replacement spring into it, which I'll show you that in 1 minute when I get all this undone. I'm trialing out the new format now. I will be stopping the video when it's all clicked together, and then I'll re-screw it up off camera. Because I've had some people say they like real time, some people say they don't. I figured by doing it that way, then it's all going back together, you know what's happening, so you're not missing anything in the re-screwing part. But in the unscrewing, there is stuff I can point out. Tack rail attachment there, and as I said before we started, I knew that it wasn't primed. A couple more screws there. This would be a really good mod and easy one to do if you have like your Friday afternoon office Nerf wars. You can pick up these really cheap. I don't know about anywhere else, but in Australia, they on our second-hand sites they go for about $5. Go for our Nerf sites that are on Facebook. It's mainly where all the buying and selling gets done, but also like your second-hand classified pages. Spring-loaded attachment point is there, so just watch that. It's going to spring out on you. And yeah, they are, for what they are, and the fact that you can put a spring in it and no one even knows the difference. That'll be perfect for your office muck around war. They're not exactly built for being a single shot. They're not exactly built for your HVZ type. There you go. So this one's nice and simple. It's all plunger tube. Connector here that activates to send your light off. With this too, a lot of people do it, and I have no problem with it. Is the knocking the air restrictor out of this one, because it is. The older ones, they do yield some decent results, but I'm not going to go through and do that. Need to undo these screws that are in really tight. You can hear the actual seal on that screw. Well, now it'll probably be the same. There we go. So they're factory fresh. You can tell it's never been opened before with that crack happening. Alright, and if you've seen my Fire Strike video, then you see what I do with these. Some people, actually with these ones it's a lot easier because we can just unscrew the head. The Fire Strike, I unwind it. This one is straight, I forgot that. This is straight unscrew, so it's nice and easy. Now if you want to go a step further with your mods on this, you can wrap a bit of tape around it, plumber's tape, or they call it E-tape, that's what they normally call it. That's your standard spring. The replacement one is a Stampede spring, which is a bit shorter, but it does the job and it's got a lot of compression on it. This is an 8 kilo spring for Stampedes, which fits in here nicely. I got this one from Blastertech here in Australia, but they are again also available through Orange Modworks. I'll put the web addresses in the details. Yeah, so this is nice and easy, screw in, screw out. Because you've got so much movement there in that O-ring, you can just put a bit of tape to hold it in place, which will give you a better air seal. You don't need to pack it out so much because it does fit it. It is kind of loose. Just running some E-tape around the bottom end of it will keep that in place and won't move inside the plunger tube. Alright, so get this back in place. And like I said, this is called a Stampede spring, which this is also usable in Stampede, but the Cyclone Shock as well, which will be another future video coming up. So let's get this all bedded in place, and when it's bedded in and the shells fits together, I will cut the video. There you go, that's in place, that's in place. And like the Fire Strike too, you've got your little receiver part here for your fixing screw. And make sure that is in place. Done. Screw the plunger tube back in. There and there. So I find it's very comfortable for big hands. That's why I think it'll be perfect for if you're going to use it in your inner office walls. Okay, so this all in. Wait to hear that nice crack, 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 crack. All right. Be back after it's screwed together. All right, guys, I've got it all screwed back together. So it's 7 kilo spring increase. It's got a much tighter pull on it now, and the output's a lot better. Camera. You hear the way it hits. Now normally if you remove the air restrictor, it will make the clunking sound, which really if you want to remove it on this, there's not that much to do. You basically got to knock that out with a screwdriver, that little bit inside there. When you've got it all apart, you just basically stick a screwdriver in it, smash, 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 it comes straight out, and that will give you more airflow and probably about an extra 5 to 10% more power on one of these. So I don't recommend it on the blue Elite lines, but on the yellow lines, it's only a $5 blaster. So if you want to do it and you end up smashing the internals, it's $5. So for this, paying $5 for this, $10 for springs, you got $15 and comfortable and fun. The other thing you can do too is because these can be taken up to, I said 25 kilos, but you can do a 12 kilo spring from Black Tactical in there. You will need to do more reinforcing, like filling in all this space here with putty to make it a lot more firmer to pull on. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks guys, please like, comment and subscribe. And let me know too is if you like the new format with cut down a little bit with the rescrewing. Thanks again for watching. Bye.